going to be his dexterity is going to go down because he's going to lose.
Yeah, but I think he should be allowed to, like an iguana, grow the son of a bitch back over a period of time.
It's not going to grow back right. Folks, Sunday afternoon, welcome to the Margou campaign. Thanks for joining us. If this is your first time here, hang on to your ass, and remember that we are for mature audiences only. Not that we're mature, just that if you don't like our style, please go find a different game. Join us on Twitter, at mhoboinc. Join us at Gmail, mhoboinc@gmail.com. Either one of those two, if you want to be on a show like Tuesdays, open show between the rolls. I can't remember what we're doing, but that's open. Next week is campaign week, so it's Cred and Calamity, so no open games. Check back with us in 2 weeks. If you like our cool swag, go ahead and take a look. The link is down below. We got plenty of crap that you can buy if you're so interested. And if you're in the mood for new math rocks, and who isn't, like Big Red 2, run on over to Twitter at Pirate Dog Dice. Check with them. They are backlogged, but, put in your order. Then they'll get to it when they can. And if your game stinks, much like the silent but deadly farts that Leaf the Druid was leaving in the high-end fabric store last time, Adventure Sense does not have stinky farts at this time. I don't think they do.
Maybe they should.
They need to. They've got putrid sewers. But run on over to oddfishgames.com. You can take a look at over 60 different adventure scents. You can check their cooking with dice. You can see how to RPG with your cat. You can check out their Shine system, which makes you a better writer a gooder writer than me. And then they also have another Kickstarter starting in September, so you can sign up to be early for that. That being said, this is the Margou campaign. We're short a few people, but because we are in an urban environment, and it's these three, we left off with them together, so it works out best. Let's introduce you to them. Jason, you're up first. Who are you, and who do you play?
Copious Full-Bitters, the third gnomish warlock witch, and Admiral, finally getting his veteran back. His commission
Stolen valor.
Established, yeah. One of the scions of the great Bull-Bitters brewing industry. So just trying to make his way. Just a gnome trying to find his way in the world.
Shit.
An impeccable skin regime.
He's back in his environment in an urban setting where he can do appropriate care, cuticle care, and make sure there's nasty bags under his eyes from hanging out with these other two.
You getting a waxing? Getting a bikini wax too there, fop?
It's only for someone else to know.
Felix.
Wow.
Felix will find out.
Frank Sr., the elder spokesman of the group. Same question, different answers.
I'm Leaf the Druid, and I pretty much just don't much give a shit about much of anything. Especially foppish gnomes.
We have to figure out what you care about so that I can exploit it effectively.
Good luck with that.
Last but certainly not least, another Frank, because we're just full of them.
And full of shit.
That's true. Who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm playing Robert of Zeppelin, the carefree, happy-go-lucky, wonderful, slightly psychotic, bard, nut. So, am I druid? No, I'm a sorcerer who's got his new best friend.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you remind me? Do you have that, or are you using it to line your stuff?
No, this is I don't have yet. This comes when we pick up the dragon skin.
Gotcha.
Remember, it's getting the leftover dragon hide put on its outer casing like armor, and it's getting opened up. So when I shoot fireballs, it comes out of here.
Now the red dragon hide goes inside, so you can still cast the fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That way it doesn't scorch the hair. Hairy Larry.
Ah, well played. That's very punny of you. Folks, we are down the other three. They are off in Thornfield, the Halfling capital, doing other things. For instance, Manfang is carrying around a certainly not cursed owlbear cape, trying to find these guys using all of his abilities. I'm sure.
Did you say certainly not cursed?
Certainly not cursed. I did not go into deep explanation about the silver chain because it's cursed. I just liked how the filigree worked. And as soon as he puts it on, you guys will all be happy to know that he's not going to be cursed at all. These three, well, the bottom two here crashed into the high-end fabric store where Copious Volbitters was getting a spa day as well as ordering some naval attire now that he is a self-proclaimed admiral, stolen valor. And these three are out in the street. It is turned late afternoon. These guys have been out in the streets all morning long, fucking around.
Didn't somebody throw us out of there?
Yes, out.
Out of that tinder box, that ready to go up in flames tinder box?
Pretty much.
I thought so.
Well, Robert of Zeppelin was doing his best Silence of the Lambs impression with the fabric in there. Meanwhile, Copious smells of lilac and lavender. No puffiness around the eyes, freshly manicured. He's like a model. Now, you see the setting of the sun. Copious, you are aware that you had a deal for a tax break if you could find some talls. This Halfling kingdom is celebrating their Independence Day over the talls to the south. Copious garnered a deal to try and go ahead and get a little break on their taxes that they have been trying to pay for almost a month. But he has to come up with some talls. Now, you did make arrangements with a few drunkards. But as time wanes, you guys notice it's starting to get towards dinner time, and you are missing Felix. You are missing Manfang. And Haggis Crapstain is a no-show. So you three are right in the middle of the street. People are to and fro. It's a very busy day here. You are between the blue and the orange. Blue being the fabric, orange being the armory section. I don't think I've got that centered right. There we go. So, the question is, you guys are right here, the main intersection. What you gonna do?
So is the yellow T, though, is where we need to have the talls for the performance, correct?
That is the main governmental building, and that is where the deal was struck, and that is where you need to have talls there in order to get your discount.
So I'm gonna speak to Robert again. He was aware of the deal. I thought we had talked about it already, but remind him of the deal. I have a group of drunkards who I'm going to pay. I think we need to get to the T to make sure the drunkards show up.
They were right here at this gray X.
So we can swing by that on our way to make sure they're moving towards the government building and fulfillment of the deal.
Oh, okay.
So
now keep in mind, you left that establishment under less than ideal circumstances.
Depends on how you look at it.
Let's say, what did we do wrong there again?
Since then, Felix has not made the mood any better, having crawled out the back bathroom window.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was something to do with a wife, a gnome or a halfling wife and something. But were we directly connected to Felix as part of that? I thought we managed to slide by.
We got into it with somebody else.
You got into it with a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yep.
When we say you got into it, who do we mean exactly?
The barbarian was squaring off with you, but fortunately Robert of Zeppelin decided to help by leaping up and over the table and horribly missing the barbarian. Then they did the perfunctory slap fight contest.
And then somebody cast a mist spell.
Fog cloud went down and everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Don't you remember? I just started throwing tables in random directions.
Was that Copious or was that the the Dragonborn that was getting into it, the Barbarian.
The Dragonborn was getting into it. Copius was standing back with Felix, dealing, or actually
We had a
spectating.
bet, if I'm not mistaken, right? I made money on that fight.
You did
Well,
make money
hey.
on that fight.
In defense of the Dragonborn, who's not here, he was being nothing but nice to that Barbarian. Barbarian was an asswipe.
Leaf the Druid also made money. However, Leaf the Druid, it could be construed cheated in that fight.
No, that's truly not so.
It would
So,
depend on
tell
the
me-
outlook.
Tell me what rule that there was that I broke.
I believe it was a gentleman's rule.
There's no such thing.
Asbury rules.
Not with Leaf, anyhow. There's no such thing as the gentleman.
Nope.
True.
Yeah,
He
there,
wanted to rule.
We
He
didn't
shoulda-
kill
shoulda
the
set
guy,
that-
so I think we
shoulda
were very
set that
gentlemanly.
rule to start with.
no edge weapons, no spells, no atom bombs, that kind of thing, right?
No grenades. No,
No
Okay.
gorillas.
I'm going to need a perception check by all three of you as you head that way.
22.
First roll of the day, 10.
Dirty 20.
Copius and Leaf, as you guys are headed that way, you can see the streets teeming, mostly with humans of Copius's stature, but there are a few talls in the group, including one that you met not just 4.5 hours ago. It is an armored fighter that was talking to Manfang, Lady Medina
Oh, yeah.
from Funky Cold. Manfang was courteous enough to point out who everybody was, their names, and their classes.
That's right.
She disappeared right before the fight,
Yeah.
conveniently, but
She appeared to be alone, or she with a group.
she appears to be waiting on someone.
Gee, I
Standing
wonder
right
who
in
in
the
the hell
middle of
that
the street,
was.
kind of scanning the crowd.
Better put on your mage armor, Copius. Now, did all of us see that? See her? I know I did.
You and
Yeah.
Copius did. Robert is
I ain't
oblivious.
seen shit. We ain't seen shit.
Robert, you need to roll me a d20.
I can do that.
Because
That being said, I will inform Robert point her out to Robert and let him know that she was inquiring as to who all of us were
1-4.
to Manfang.
Robert is too busy looking at somebody selling knives, very, very sharp knives.
Oh, him got like mermaids or dolphins on?
No, this is very sharp. It's actually cutting through soft metal.
Cans? They can cut through cans with those. I've seen
It's a Ginzu knife.
Jinsu is the maker of these knives. Jinsu.
Hey, guys,
a
check this
female.
out. It's cutting a can and then a tomato.
So, Leaf, you can inform him, but he is just razor sharp.
Not paying
on
him. I'm
this.
going to tell him whether he pays attention or not. Don't complain to me.
Hey, Leaf, do you remember, did that person, as we're looking at the mercenary, did she have a wanted poster on her?
Didn't see one, but
Okay.
she sure was awful curious as to who all of us were.
Yeah, the owlbear pelt dealer had the written word wanted checklist. But yes, to the best of your knowledge, or Manfang's, she engaged in casual conversation with him. There was
Hey.
no appearance.
Hey, Leaf, do you think you can casually converse with her and find out if what she's waiting on, or do you want me to try
Yeah.
to go up and approach her?
I'll just kind of casually go up next to her and let her start the conversation.
Robert, today only, there is a deal. Buy 4, get a 5th one free. You cannot go wrong with this.
Are they serrated or are they?
Well,
more
that depends.
steak
If you want 5, the 5th one free is serrated. The other 4 are just glimmering sharp.
Can I get 4? Or can I get all 5 of the glimmering sharp? I don't like serrated blades.
You sure can. What kind of handle would you like? We have bone or other bone.
Do you have any dragonborn bone?
If I roll a nat 20, yes. Close. I have faux dragonborn bone.
Okay.
It gives
I'll
off
take-
a scorched. Remember the handles on the old Western 6-shooters, mostly
Yeah.
white, but yeah, that's the kind of handle.
Dirty
it's got.
white.
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's what I like. Okay. What am I looking at for cost here? This is
For you,
amazing.
low price. You buy 4 for 25 gold. I'm giving you the 5th one free. You cannot beat that price.
Yeah, I can.
They're weighted correctly. You can throw them, you can spin them, and they start tossing them into the air. And they're a real showman. They're like a Vol Bitters show person.
You can't go wrong with Volbitters. It's the brand you trust.
I'll give you. Well, let me see the 5 that you're going to sell me.
Jinsu puts it out there, and she begins to hum.
Screw you, Jinsu.
You just can't help but tap your foot there, Robert.
Yeah, it's a catchy tune.
Yeah, it was catchy. Episode 1 of that.
Uh-huh. So I mean, the deal. Give me an insight roll.
Well, these people must love seeing the yokels come down from the hills, you know?
There we go.
Isn't that what
20,
fairs are
30.
for?
Yeah, it's these things are sharp. It's not a bad deal.
Yeah, but can I tell if that steel is a quality steel or what the blade?
You
And
just saw it cut through metal. Think of what it would do to scale now.
I can't do 25. Can't do 25. It's too much.
I can't do lower than 25. That's ordinarily they're 7 gold pieces apiece.
7 gold, 99 silver a piece normally.
I know you appreciate fine metal just from the look and smell of you, sir.
Well,
Got no sense of smell then. You're smelling this guy over here.
Smelling something.
I could do 10 gold. 10 gold.
Not even close. Picks up the handles on the cart and starts to move away. It's going hard.
How much
sell
for
on
one?
you.
How much for one?
7 gold, but for you, 7.
How about 650.99?
Are you related to a dragonborn I met earlier?
oh, God.
I taught him everything he knows.
D12 against me. Let's see if you get a deal today.
Hey,
You, sir, have a blade.
if I like it, I'll come back for the other.
Well, I'm low on inventory. You should buy one. You should buy them all now.
I'm going to test this one out tonight.
That's fine. Leaf, are you approaching the fighter in the...
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of sidle up next to her.
I believe I made it the misogynistic bikini armor, too. I think that's what got his attention the first time. She looks at you and... aren't you a friend of that gorgeous dragonborn?
Friend? I don't have any friends.
Traveling companion?
Possibly.
You're the druid of the group, if I'm not mistaken.
Boy, that's real hard to figure out, isn't it, the way I'm dressed and all?
Well, They don't pay me for my intelligence. They pay me for my blade.
And who pays you for your blade?
I am a sellsword, so I go to the highest bidder.
Highest bidder, huh?
If you got an adventure you need more help with, feel free to look me up.
Okay.
Does she
Yeah,
guarantee happy endings?
Yeah, she'll show you the other end.
So what are
We're,
you doing here in whatever the hell this town is?
Oh, got a few friends of mine coming into town for the festivities tonight.
Festivities? What festivities?
Well, the reenactment is tonight over at the government office.
Oh, are you partaking?
No, I will be observing. Where are the rest of your friends?
Doing whatever they want to do.
Well, I can smell one of them. I just can't see him.
Little pansy.
No, it would be Robert. Because he still has the gore all over it.
Yeah,
Copious smells like a print.
Flower.
Yeah. Copious, give me a D20, please.
What was the gore from?
The rabbit that you skewered in the middle of the marketplace.
That is right.
Through it.
Yeah.
6.
You are approached from behind with a tap on the shoulder. An elderly halfling asks you if you're interested in a necklace.
Yeah, he'll look at it. So, let me see it.
They're silver. He's a silversmith. He's got a lot of things on the rack. He tells you to look, do not touch.
I'm so going up and touching stuff.
It's kind of a box, and all of his stuff is in the center, but there's no sides to any of the boxes. But again, he warns you, please, look, don't touch. If you need something, let me know, and I will remove it from the case.
Are there any that look better than others? Just, I mean, in terms of, Copious being who he is, he's probably looking for something that he could wear that would look very official looking.
D12.
2. I'm banging them out today.
There are 2 pieces that you find quite impressive. Noting that they are silver chains, one of them seems to have a silver ingot, a bar, if you will, around the chain. Very, very high class, very stripper-esque apparel. And the other one are moons and stars and clovers.
Oh,
No horseshoes?
my Lucky Charms.
Yep.
Copious, though, has a discerning eye for quality, so he does want to look to see if he really believes. And he'll ask the gentleman, is it actually silver, or is it just plated? Has he covered something in some silver?
It's silver. Which one would you like to look at?
Whichever of those 2 you mentioned that you think Copious was probably more intrigued by, the stripper chain or the Lucky Charms chain.
Robert, are you going to run up and reach in there?
I'm going to run up and ask him if he carries any pearl necklaces.
No, there's a guy named Felix that's passing those out all over town.
No, I have no idea on where I would get pearls. We are a landlocked city.
Oh.
I suppose.
Interested in a piece of property, I'll sell him a piece on the ocean that he could. I'm sure there's pearls he can harvest.
I'm going to look over to Copious and go, I heard there's a good collection of pearls just on the ocean to the north.
There is.
This guy is interested.
So has he ever heard of Light Reach?
Yeah, that's in the north.
Yeah, well, we own a couple properties in Light Reach, and as much as we like Light Reach, we only get there back there every so often, so we would like to go ahead and sell rather than some of these.
I have an aunt that lives in Light Reach.
Oh, really? Who is it? I know several people up in Light Reach.
Yeah, she's a purveyor of flesh. She owns the Pink House.
Really? Oh, I had wonderful lunch with her just before we left to come south.
Oh, how's she doing?
She was doing wonderful the last time I saw her.
Well, she was supposed to come up for this festival, and I haven't heard from her.
Oh, dear. Maybe, well, if you're interested, like I said, I'd be happy to talk about the property, and you can convey my best wishes to her. I had a wonderful lunch with her.
Now, I've only been to Light Reach once. I believe she was on the top tier, was she not?
No.
This is out of character, but that's where the Pink House was, right?
Yeah, it was on the 3rd tier.
Yeah, that's what.
I thought it was 1 tier down.
No.
Well, the top level was farming.
Yeah.
The top tier of houses was the Pink
Oh,
House.
okay.
So
Okay,
yes, it is 1 tier down, but it's the last tier with houses.
Okay.
Yes, and we had lunch at what was that place on the 2nd tier? I'm talking to the guy again. 2nd tier, we had lunch at lovely little cafe.
I think I gave it a French name, didn't I?
Yeah, it was something. It was fancy.
I have a book It might take me a while to get through there.
But that's a point being, Copious is still schmoozing. If these look to be truly silver, silver comes in handy in this game with this party periodically. So Copious is liable to pick up whichever one seems to have the most content of silver in it and ask for a price.
That'll be the ingot. 275. But
Oh?
if yes, but if you're a friend, 225.
Seems like a lot for silver.
It's weighted. It's very heavy.
Well, so isn't that property he's talking about? It sounds really good.
No, I'm just. So I'm going to talk with the guy. So let's talk about the property. I have it right here. I believe this property was on the first tier that I have here.
Oh, that's pretty close to the water. What about flooding?
Oh, flooding is rarely an issue up there. It's mainly low, only at high tide do you even come up to the dock.
Deception.
Only when the gods are angry.
Deception is one of my better categories, but I rolled pretty crappy. A 13. I have another property on the second tier.
I think that would probably be more to my liking.
Are you looking for a retirement house or summer house? Or are you looking?
I am ready to retire, so me and the missus would like to go there.
Oh, well,
Get close to Mabel.
I assume that was the aunt's name.
I think it was. I'm not positive.
I can't remember. I think
I usually give the madams really crappy names like Gertrude.
You know, hey Mabel, get off the table. The quarters for the beer.
Nice.
Well, you know, if you are a relative of Mabel, I could probably let this go for a discount, and I'll apply the cost of the two necklaces I was looking at. I'll apply the cost of that against it. I'm going to look at his entire wares that he has. How much do I think those are valued at?
All of them or the two necklaces?
All of them.
Whew. He's probably got 3,000 gold pieces there.
So, because Copious, can I make a roll to see if he has some idea how to value without undervaluing or overvaluing this?
Insight, I believe.
Okay, this one I may have actually done better on. 23.
Yeah, you get a good idea on how much the whole cart's worth.
Okay, and the property, if I'm trying to sell a piece of property in Light Reach, that lovely place, do I have a sense of how much that would be priced at?
It would be several hundred gold pieces.
Before the gods' wrath.
Yeah, these
Wait.
small 1-2-story houses maybe go for 500 gold.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to tell him. I said, since he is a relative of Mabel's, I will let the second tier property go for 100 gold in cash and the 2 silver necklaces.
Seems a bit high.
Of course. I'm going to make
What was this house before?
What was the house before?
Yeah.
I think before it was originally this is not a character. We have the real deed for the scribe. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
We had the real deed for the scribe, and the 2 fake ones. I think the one I'm going to say was a small shop, a purveyor of small goods. Probably perfect if he wants to continue his trade once he gets to Light Reach.
The one was a fertility shop, I believe.
It's
There's an apothecary. The one was an apothecary.
That's not the one we faked up.
That was Felix.
Then there was the map maker.
No, that was the one I think we got
That was the real deed.
That's the real deed. So I'm going to tell him, not a problem. I said, the 2 necklaces I was looking at, he wanted
225.
225 for the one, but that was discounted. How much is the Lucky Charms necklace?
2.
200. So I'll tell him what. How about the one necklace I'm looking at plus 100 gold in cash, and we'll call it square for the other deed. But only because of my very sincere appreciation for Mabel.
He ponders. Leaf, the fighter says, hey, isn't it your little guy? Isn't he part of your crew? And he's
Which
pointing
little
over-
guy are you talking about? This
Oh,
place
wow.
is full of little
He's
guys.
pointing to Copious because he is a ray of sunshine in an otherwise dismal gray landscape.
I'll say, you mean the fop? Yeah. Why, can you smell him? I can smell him clear over here.
I know
It
you
smells like a field of flowers.
It's funny. He's not dressed in his new clothes yet. You can't really call him a fop yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have his
Oh no,
naval
no! I've been running
attire.
around with you for years now. You're a fop.
And it's maybe a year.
There's a few of my friends now.
Oh, crap.
3 gorillas. I mean, these guys have ogre blood in them. Come meandering up. They have all the intellectual skill and diplomacy that Manfang has, and they tend to grunt a lot. But unlike Manfang, they aren't overweight. So
That's pretty cold, man.
I know it'd be better if he were here to hear it.
Yeah.
But
I'll replay the video for him.
that's right. He's gonna stop at the scene where he was called gorgeous by the woman.
Yeah, that's true, and he'll just replay that. So.
Yeah. They'll be on a continuous loop.
Yeah, these guys remind you of Bluto from Animal House. Just 3 gorilla-looking types. And they size you up, Leaf, and don't really give 2 shits.
Neither do I, of course.
She says something. Do you speak it Orcish?
You know, I don't know.
Actually, let me look.
You're busy.
Oh,
That's why I got
Oh,
you guys
that's right.
split up.
I don't speak Orcish. I speak Draconic, Druidic, Elvish, Goblin, and Sylvan.
I do speak
the goblin
Orcish.
will help you a little bit. I don't know. She's talking about making plans, getting the band back together, something.
whoa. That's
I'm
my
gonna
line.
Yeah,
I'm
she
gonna
stole
head
it.
back over to where Robert and Copious are at.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Robert, there's a squab dealer walking by. Chicken, chicken.
Oh, really? Battle chicken dealer?
No. These are squab.
Squab. These are alley chickens,
Yeah,
man.
if you want
Pigeons.
battle chickens, you got to go to the other side of the river. I think they're having a barbecue with those.
Sons of bitch.
That's pretty cold, man.
Some dark elf sold them.
Sold my chickens and stole a zonkey.
Yep.
She had to sell the chickens to buy a new saddle for the zonkey.
and an umbrella top so she could ride in the day.
Got one of those hats the umbrella sticks out.
That's right. The Ray Rayner umbrella hat.
Yeah.
Now, are these swabs cooked or uncooked?
Oh yeah, they're cooked. They smell delicious too.
I'm going to go over and investigate them and see if they're really swabs or is it just
And
rat-
I'm gonna say, hey Robert, pick me up a couple of those.
I got you. I got you.
Give me an investigation check, Robert.
I just want to make sure. Oh, God, that's not the greatest. Let's see what I roll. 15.
Well, they're definitely avian.
Black chicken. Black chicken.
You aren't 100% certain that they're a member of the chicken family.
These are some freaking flying rats.
But
You know what they
know
say?
what?
Hey, dude, when in China.
They've got 3 herbs and spices that make it smell really
Oh,
nice.
well, shit. Why didn't you start with that? I'll buy 4.
Jim Church, chicken entrepreneur. Just call me Church's Chicken. You buy 4? That's 8 gold pieces, please.
8 gold pieces?
2 gold pieces a piece. This is quality
You're-
stuff. Hey,
This is
look,
racist.
Tall. Just because we
That's
kicked
right.
your ass a
That's
couple
all you
years
think you
ago
can finish
doesn't mean
me?
you can just blow me shit. You'll either
That's
pay or you
right.
get the hell
Yes,
out. You want the
Selling
chickens? You
shit
want?
on a stick?
I'm not selling you shit.
I didn't want to fight
Dungeon
you
Master,
your
is it a
shit.
clear day or is it cloudy?
It is partly cloudy.
Okay.
Leaf, clearly Robert has botched the sale because he's, in parlance, a tight ass with the coins.
Oh, yeah. High quality blades, and I only buy one.
That's right.
25. 8 gold. Jeez, I could have bought another blade for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but now you could have used your new blade to cut really thin, finely sliced pieces.
I think these are small enough we can just suck the meat off the bones.
Hopefully most of the feathers were removed prior to roasting. That's why I should have made it Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
So Robert has botched the sale. Mr. Church is waving him off. He doesn't want to hear any more bullshit. Keeps barking about how the Talls are angry people just because they got their ass kicked. Hey, everybody, look at the Tall. He's still angry. Fortunately, though, Robert, a young woman with a small cask of ale on her back comes up and goes, "Sir, would you like to buy some ale to cry into?"
Probably $4. Only $4 a cup.
When he blows, it's going to be epic.
Well, now that everybody's making fun of him, there is a small crowd gathering.
I just want to. I know this is out of character. Robert, you haven't learned either the spell fireball or meteor yet, right?
No.
Okay, thank God.
But I have Lash of Lightning.
Everybody perception check.
Oh, boy.
This is to see if we perceive that Robert's about to blow.
I think we all realized that the volcano was moving.
26.
I rolled an 11.
10.
Leaf, you're the only one. You aren't certain, but you think one of your associates carrying an owlbear cape just crossed onto the bridge.
Going to kind of appear that way and watch for him to see if that's who it is.
A lot of Talls are moving back across the bridge, so you're kind of starting to lose. Plus, you can hear Robert.
I think I'm going to move towards the bridge.
Okay, fair enough. As you do so, you notice a lot of boats in the river. They seem to be lining up like a parking lot in front of the government building. You also notice a lot of frilly decoration on this area, the bridge under construction. As you look around, give me a D20, Leaf.
13.
You are bumped into by an individual who is selling blown glass. It's essentially wind chimes. They're very fragile, probably Italian, fragile.
Nice.
And you are told, you need to move, you big oaf. I need to get my wares across the bridge.
I'm just going to ignore him and continue to watch the people coming off the bridge.
Mm-hmm. You hear him huffing and puffing. Just damn Talls are always in the way, blah, blah, blah. Over your shoulder, you can hear Robert really... you can hear his blood pressure. It's just boiling. Because not only has the...
Okay, now, so you found something that I care about. I'm starting to smile as I watch the bridge.
You can hear, along with the... scorn of the ale girl, Robert is getting a variety of cat calls. Hey, how's the weather up there, you stupid Tall? You're so tall you can't see nothing. Not very good taunts, but you can tell coming from every direction, Robert is about 3 rounds from snapping and going ape shit on these people. Copious, you can see this. I mean, you can see the vein in the half-orc's head. Just, he is really losing his cool.
There's a high-powered thunder wave coming online.
Oh, God. I'm so good at calming Robert down, of course.
Well, the good news
Okay,
is the
big
guards
guy,
are
the
coming
sun's
this
going
way.
down.
Yeah,
With-
there's a cadre of guards headed this way.
So I'm going to tell the gentleman I'm dealing with, say, listen, I need to go to the performance. I'm helping coordinate, against those talls that, the ridiculous slideshow that we're going to put on here about the victory over the talls. You think about the deal. I said, I don't know that you'll be able to find me, but I am in town for at least another 5 days. But I'll be there. And come try to find me tonight if you're interested. I think you'd make a great property for you and the missus to settle on. Certainly, it would be a great opportunity for you. Again, 100 gold in cash plus the necklace. You're never going to see a deal quite like this again in your life. I guarantee that.
I will certainly consider it.
And then I'm going to go over to Robert and try to get his attention and persuade him that, Robert, we need to get over to the government building before dinner time to make sure we can get this deal settled with the roadhouse and remind him of the money he's going to make from the roadhouse. And he'll be able to buy whatever skin suit he wants to wear once we get the roadhouse taken care of.
I think he's going to make his own skin suit here in a minute. Fortunately, you have an unusual ally approach. Robert, I don't think you guys met Ruthalin, right?
Yes.
Ruthalin comes up and bombards the crowd with hate speech because she's a troll online. But she hands you a flask, Robert, and says, have some of this, you'll be fine. Let me take care of these. What about you? You married your sister, the ugly one. And she starts peppering a verbal barrage onto the crowd. But she hands you this silver flask filled with fluid, probably alcohol.
Probably alcohol.
Or something she caught from the horse she was standing behind.
Oh, I'm sure it's alcohol. It's just not only alcohol.
Felix would drink this no matter what.
His middle name is Roofy. What do you expect? Oh wait, that's August.
Now he's Mr. Dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Mr.
Robert, you
Dexterity.
want to drink this concoction? Smells kind of pumpkin-y.
Sure. I don't think I'm really thinking about much right now.
No,
Check latte, Robert.
Other than exploding little pimples.
you are surprised at her ability just one step below vicious mockery. She is really shutting down this crowd nicely. And she looks at you, Copious, and says, I thought you were doing the thing. Is he part of it?
He's part of it.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get over that.
Oh, well then, good. That little potion that I gave him should make him at ease. And Robert, that blood pressure's really starting to drop. You're feeling good now. This is good. This is good shit.
Say, come on, Robert, let's go.
Leaf, you have lost what you perceive to be the owlbear associate, and you notice that there is one, I'll say, barge-like vehicle in the middle of the river, and you see a quartet of halflings fiddle-farting around on this raised dais in the center of this long barge-like item. They have a variety of cylinders on them, and they are currently running some kind of cord or hemp rope out away from the center towards the edges of this craft.
Sounds like a firework barge.
Yeah, but how would I know that? I don't know squat about fireworks.
Huh.
I'll watch them for a minute, and I'm going to turn back. I lost the owlbear. I'm going to head back over towards where the guys are at.
Okay. You can tell that Robert is aces now. Ruthalin is still peppering the crowd, discussing matriarchal potential for some of the males in the crowd, things of that nature. She's doing a really nice job, and she's like, "You doing okay there, big guy? Are you okay now?"
One pill makes you smaller, and I'm doing good.
She looks over at you, Copious, and goes, "You're welcome." And you know what, Robert?
One makes you tall.
She takes the silver flask, takes another flask out, fills it up, and says, "My gift to you for the poor treatment that you've experienced under the tutelage of all these people. This is not your normal run-of-the-mill citizen activity. We respect you for who you are."
Yeah.
Wow. This makes that gnome piss that Copious sells really bad.
You love it.
Copious and Leaf, give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
19.
You guys both notice those drunkards that Copious made a deal with are headed into another bar. This one right over here.
Copious, did you see that?
I did.
We need to get him.
Get him.
Let's go. You made the deal with him.
We're trying to get in good with the local mayor here.
You guys go in and you notice that this is a halfling bar. The talls there are hunched over. Leaf and Robert, you will also have to hunch over if you wish to imbibe or discuss with people. You can hear a verbal assault levied against the talls. Apparently, the later in the day of this celebration, the intolerance rears its ugly head against the talls. Copious, you are welcome as a fellow kinsman here, even though you're a gnome. But Leaf and Robert will take a little bit of verbal abuse. Robert, you're not really giving a shit because that kind lady Ruthelin has plied you with liquor, and now you know. I hate to say this, but now you know why Felix is always in such a good mood.
I'm still getting verbally abused.
You and Leaf. Hey,
On a
look,
rare
they
occasion,
brought their
I'll just
moms
not
with
even
them.
look anywhere and just kind of go, "Yo, mama."
I'll go up and tell the guys, hey, it's time. Time for the party over to City Hall.
At yo mama's.
We're thinking about performing a party on their faces.
Yo
right
mama's.
I don't want to do that. There's too many guardsmen around. Come on out here. It's a lot better out here.
now. Give me a persuasion check.
Are we going to Shanghai
That's
these
probably
guys?
the one thing I don't have.
Totally going to Shanghai these guys.
Yeah, those guys
no
are going to
pluses.
get Shanghai.
19 straight rolls.
You know what? One of them picks up a mug and hurls it at one of the jeerers. Misses horribly and gets dragged out. They aren't throwing their mugs, they're just throwing beer. So everybody roll a d20. Not
How
you,
many
Copious,
gallons
because
beer?
they're going to aim for you.
Do I get
14.
covered? 14 myself.
You and three of the other talls are just doused in alcohol. Much to the chagrin of run, little bitches, run. We beat you once, we'll beat you again, blah, 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 blah. Real, I don't know, real patriots here.
I'm going to look at him and say, I'm going to run back to your mama's house.
My mom is dead. Thanks for opening up that scar.
It's okay. I can get in that coffin.
You couldn't get into a pantry, fat ass.
I got into your wife's.
You guys are escorted out by Leaf the Druid. The talls are just doused in alcohol. You are now a flame risk.
I am Jim Morrison peeing all over the bar as I walk out.
There you go. I appreciate that. As you get outside, everybody give me a perception check.
I like my last
22.
18.
10.
Copious, you cannot see it because the talls are blocking your view. There is a Minotaur in town on the bridge, and he is going to leap over the side.
On the side of the bridge?
Mhm.
Oh, it's very
How
distracting.
come?
Don't know.
Well, that's suicide prevention there, Druid.
Is there? I'm gonna look down at the river. Is there a boat down there or anything?
There is a small craft and a rope dangling over the side. It appears as though the Minotaur has grabbed hold of the rope going over the side, and he is shimmying his way down rather quickly, lands in the boat, nearly capsizing it. There is one halfling in it with an oar. The Minotaur then takes the oar and begins to head towards the barge.
Hmm.
I'll say, well, this ought to be interesting.
The sun is really starting to dip, Copious. Tick-tock.
Copious is Copious is going to try to move these guys along. He's going to find someone selling alcohol. He's going to dose the alcohol with the Roofalin that he got from Roofie Lynn.
Sure.
And he's going to tell the guys, listen, ignore those guys in the bar. He said, listen, I told you, I got a better party up here for you. It's just across the bridge. You'll get all you can drink when you're over there. Here, have a sip of this to wet your whistle as we walk across.
Everybody D6, everybody D20.
Uh-oh. Ugh,
1 and a 17.
no luck.
The D20 was a 9, and the D6 is a 5.
I got the Nixons, 2 and 2.
Very nice. Leaf. A snake slithers away into a drain going underneath the bridge that you are keeping an eye on over by where the Minotaur is. Copious, you do not find an alcohol salesman. Instead, you find a clothier with bolts of cloth. He says he's barking about some kind of super fabric. Robert, you got 5 and 9. You notice on the building just above the tavern you were jeered out of, there seems to be a wasp's nest above the door.
All right. I need at least just a moment.
Where's Haggis when you need him with that mage hand?
Yeah.
How high up is it?
Halfling bar, so it's only like 6 feet high.
All right.
You didn't
Well-
notice it when you guys went in because it was on the other side of the sign. Now that you've stepped away from the building and have broadened your focus, you notice it's up there. And you see 1 or 2 insects flying in and out of this hive.
I'm going to gently disconnect it, kick the door in, and throw it in and shut the door.
3 dexterity checks.
3?
And you better
3.
not drop it.
For a 3?
18,
Okay, you remove the or the hornet's nest.
21,
Shatter the door, kicking that thing in.
and 15.
You get it in there. Copious and Leaf, if you were paying attention, you're just shaking your head now because that tavern has
Yeah, I'm shaking my head, smiling, and moving the hell away from that bar.
I'm going to shut the door, and is it like a turn
Oh,
handle?
no, you shattered that shit.
Oh, okay.
21,
I'm
yeah.
I'm going to move out.
Yep. Fair enough. The scream is heard above the din of all the people. Everybody seems to be moving towards the river's edge, by the way. And they're, 2 or 3 feet deep, so like 6 rows of halflings are right there. But Copious, this miracle fabric is really, really soft.
Well,
Soft
you know,
as a bacon
Copious,
and ham
I'm
salad.
going to make a roll because Copious does not like losing money, and this is all about money now.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a roll, odd or even here. Even, he's going to keep on, and odd, he's going to look. Oh, he rolled a 7. He's got to stop and look at the fabric for a minute.
It's made by worms.
Ooh, silky.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
How much for a bowl of this fabric?
Well, this is the finest fabric you're ever going to find, my friend. This is 400 gold pieces for the entire bolt. And that, my friend, is a deal.
Oh, I can't take a bolt's worth of that. I don't have I'm cash poor at the moment. I've got a deal that's going on. I'll have money soon.
Well, then you need to see me when you have money.
Are you going to be in this area for the rest of the festival?
I will be here tonight and tomorrow.
How much for just like a small sampling of the fabric?
Do you want like a square or do you want like a king's arm, 3 foot?
Like a 3 foot, a yard's worth.
You're a man of taste. I can see that. 30 gold pieces.
Done. He'll give him the 30 gold. Just out here, what color is it?
What color do you want it to be?
I'll
I'm
have
thinking pale blue.
pale blue. It would go with my color scheme.
Yeah, it would go with your eyes.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, but surely he's nitpicking all that tax money away from Jason.
Oh yeah, it is.
What did we declare the piping on your outfit was going to be? Gray?
God, silver. It's going to be silver.
I thought
How
it was
about
like
silver?
No, I like the light blue.
Okay, light blue it is.
Yeah.
Leaf, how about you?
About me.
You
Move your
were
mic down, Dad.
you were 17. Do you give a shit about that snake slithering under the bridge?
No, absolutely not. But I'm still got an eye on the Minotaur. I just moved away from the front of that bar.
Sure. I think that's a great idea. The Minotaur has reached the barge, and you can tell from his very animated antics that he does not like the layout at all of what the halflings have done to the barge.
He's in charge of that. Okay.
Yeah, and for some reason, Copious is off buying shit again. But Robert is feeling no pain. He's very happy, and he's got that little chuckle going on from throwing the hornet's nest into the tavern.
And I'm wondering where Felix and Manfang are.
You're the only one that gives a shit about those two characters. I think we all know where Felix is at. We just don't know who he's with.
Just put your nose to the air. You'll sniff it out.
And since you guys have no idea that Manfang went off on his own into the seedy part of town to check on pelts, hell, you might find a dragonborn pelt available in the morning.
Make some nice boots out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back over where Robert's at.
Okay. He is giggling like a schoolboy, and he is making a hard and fast exit from the area because he is aware that the hornets are not done yet. There is a large cacophony of screaming inside the bar as people tear out of it.
I got to smile at that.
Copious, you have completed your purchase. You check the sky. Jesus Christ, you're running late. Your 4 talls are going in different directions. You're going to have to do some cat herding here.
Can I see Robert or Leaf?
Oh, yeah. Robert's laughing. You can hear the buzzing and the screaming. You can assume that Robert is likely responsible for it. You can see Leaf trying to corral Robert. Neither of them are corralling the 4 talls that you have hired.
I'm going to call out to both of them and see if I can get a little assistance from them, and I'm going to try to corral at least 2 of these guys.
No, Copious, we only get little assistance from you because you're little.
Ooh. The vicious mockery continues.
I'm just going to shake my head at Robert, say, that's great, make all the fun you want, grab that one, let's get him over to the government building.
I'll help get him over that way.
They have found an ale dealer.
I'm dosing them. I'm telling them I'll buy the drink. Let me buy a round.
Your 2 have found one ale dealer. One of the other talls has found a different ale dealer. and the fourth has found an ale dealer, completely different.
Well, I'm going to point to whoever's next to me and say, hey, that little guy over there said he's buying your round this time. Go meet up with them. He'll buy your ale.
Okay.
Now I'm going to keep bouncing to them, pointing them all out, getting them over to Copious.
Leaf?
Doing the same thing.
Copious, as you intercept your two talls yourself, you are accosted verbally by two halfling ale dealers. The big guy over there says you're buying rounds for everybody. There are halflings galore around here. Yeah, he's buying rounds for us. You now have a problem on your hands.
Or an opportunity. Here's how I'm going to handle this, and I'll make whatever roll you want.
Okay.
Copious, assessing the situation, sees a bunch of halflings around me. He's going to crawl up on whatever he can stand so he can be seen by every halfling and say, fellow littles, said, the night's entertainment is upon us. We need to get these actors over to the government building, and I need whoever is within their reach of whatever, the first 20 of you that help me shepherd these four talls over there for their just desserts, I will buy alcohol for as we go. And I'm going to point to at least one of the vendors said, whichever one of these two vendors follows me over, I will give you whatever it takes to fill up everyone's cup on the way over.
The pie-eyed piper approach. The crowd is with you.
Huzzah!
And they began to grab talls, all 6 of them, and are jockeying.
Not me.
Yeah, you're one of the 6, because there's alcohol on the line.
I'm taking my penis out.
Robert, they don't care. It's free alcohol.
I'm sticking it in whatever hole's close.
Okay, well, you might want to be careful because somebody has retrieved the wasp's nest. Check for bees. Leaf and Robert, you guys aren't going to fight per se, but you're going to have to do something at least slightly aggressive to get these little bastards off you, because your associate has promised them free alcohol, and free alcohol is the ticket. Now, the 4 talls, they're good with free alcohol. They appreciate that. But Leaf and Robert, there has been no distinction made, so fuck it. In for a penny, in for a pound. They are starting to urge you. Come on, you're going to be the hero of the show tonight. Come on. And Robert,
the ones that are trying to push me, I'm just going to do a little careful gliding them right on by my ass.
Okay.
And aim them at some other tall to push.
D10. You have successfully pushed them at Robert. Dice giveth, dice taketh away. That's a 5, and there's only 5 of you. So, you know what, Robert? They are going to cheer you. This crowd has turned in your favor, and they ask to carry you as their hero.
Well, they're going to pick your pockets.
Let's do some crowd surfing, Robert.
I'm grabbing the first 2 around me and picking them up off the ground.
Okay.
I just have Robert, you're a bard, right? You've been crowd surfed before, haven't you? Shouldn't you be playing your lute as you ride the wave?
Have you not seen or heard me perform? There's a reason why I became a sorcerer.
The 4 talls find this to be an excellent opportunity because they're heroes. You guys are being treated like kings. This is an opportunity. They're woo, and the crowd, in anticipation of free alcohol, is carrying them across the bridge, and they don't care.
Across the bridge.
Yep.
So it's not at the government house.
You guys are on the wrong side. You guys are over here.
The T We need to go to the T
Yeah,
building.
you guys gotta get over there.
T-bill. I've been looking at the wrong yellow building. Good lord.
Oh, that one? No, that's the
Yeah.
Mint. That is the Mint.
I knew there was a reason that one had my attention.
Yeah, that's a problem in and of itself.
That's a whole nother day.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, Robert, I mean, the
I'm
crowd
gonna
is not
pick 'em up.
angry.
And I'm going to start throwing them off the bridge if they don't leave me alone.
They are not going to leave you alone.
Can I notice that what's going on?
I'm going to throw them in the water.
Can I see what's going on with Robert or not?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to call. I'll try a persuasion check or something to the crowd and say, "Hey, I need the half orc to help with the beer," and see if they'll let him back here with me to help with the beer.
Oh, you got to go. Yeah. Robert, you can toss as many of them off. 2 more will replace each one.
I tried, Robert.
It's going to get ugly.
Yep, I am sure. Give me strength rolls for the first 2 that you grab.
14
Yeah, that's good enough.
and 13.
You halfling roll them. Halfling bowling into the crowd. Now, Copious, you can also see that the other group has already made it across because all those halflings are yelling, out of the way, important people coming through. And the crowd just parts. And they are already on the other side of the building, headed to the T, the government building, where some kind of stage has been erected.
Yeah, to hang us.
No, it's a flat surface.
Uh-huh.
You also see Robert bowling for halflings.
There's probably a lot of vegetables in the audience, Robert. That seems more likely.
And actually, there are a lot of tomatoes in this
Bowling
crowd.
for strikes.
Get your saucepan and get up there, Robert.
Give me 4 strength rolls there, Robert.
You know what? If Robert had bought all 5 of those Jenny Sue knives,
15,
cut those tomatoes as they're coming in.
Nice.
14,
Deadpool that shit.
Yeah.
13, and nat 20.
He is just throwing people left and right. Now, the crowd, while
People or 8-year-olds?
while once jovial and on his side, it would appear as though the crowd is starting to turn a bit on the ugly side. Copious, it is a short walk along the river promenade. You can see, looks like the mayor guy and the lady that you talked to are up on stage.
I'm going to try to get the ladies' attention if I can.
No, that won't happen. There's way too much activity going on here. But you can see a large horn, if you will, being taken up to this raised dais.
Is the dais where the mayor and the aide are?
Yep.
I'm going to help carry the horn.
Well, you have to cross the river and leave these two because Robert is right here flinging people left and right.
I'm trying to stay right on the heels of the group with the 4 because those are the ones I need to get to the aid. So
Knowing that you were going to be the ale provider, yeah, they'll let you through. Leaf, group splitting up.
Where
As
am I
usual,
on that bridge?
wouldn't be Sunday night if we didn't split up. Where's he at exactly? Where's everybody at on your
Copious is halfway
diagram?
across the bridge.
Okay?
Robert is right here at the edge of the orange, flinging people left and right. He's thrown 6. His nat 20 knocked over just a passel of people, and that's why the crowd started to turn ugly.
I'm gonna
Where's
go up.
that bard at? Or the barge?
I'll go up where Robert's at and try to persuade them that he's not part of the ceremony or the show.
Persuasion check against the drunken halfling.
Oh, it's going to suck because I don't have any pluses on that one. Come on, big number. 19.
Yeah, they are puzzled, and at that very
That's a
moment,
start.
Copious, you get to the far side, but everybody hears the Lord of the Rings to sound that something important is going on. Robert, there you are in the middle of a circle. They have backed off 3 or 4 feet, and everybody's attention is diverted towards the far side of the river. Copious, with everybody turning their back on you, you are now going to struggle to get around to get up there so that you can take credit for bringing in the talls. And you hear the bombastic words of the mayor thanking everybody for joining the Independence Day celebration. And as custom dictates, we will have a reenactment. Copious, your horde of little frickin' halflings toss your talls, drunken talls, up onto this stage. You notice, Leaf and Robert, give me perception checks.
Dirty 20.
Fumble.
Robert, you don't trust these little bastards at all, so you are just kind of doing the circle. Leaf, you notice that the female that Copious made this deal with has picked up a hatch on this raised dais. Copious, you can see this plain as day because you're still fighting your way through. You might get there in time to jump up on the dais if you want, but you're going to have to start sprinting.
I just want to get to where she can clearly see me, and I can go, I brought them.
Okay.
Those are my guys.
Okay. The bombastic spewing of the mayor, blah, 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 reenactment, blah, blah, blah. He goes over and he hands one of the talls a pole and motions for him to raise it. Copious, you'll get 3 cracks at this to see if she sees you. With the 3, the first opportunity, no, she seems to be keeping an eye on the mayor. And she's slowly raising this trap door.
Oh, Lord.
The tall with the flagpole, and the crowd's like, yeah, so he raises it. This is the flag of the nation to the south. So, Copious, do you want to move in a little bit more for a better shot at her noticing you? Because right now the crowd is, woo! And you can see everybody has tomatoes.
Yeah. Copious, being who he is still going to try to get her attention. So he'll move in to try to get her attention. But he's not going to get in between the crowd and where they're going to be throwing those tomatoes.
5 still does not see you. You're going to have to venture closer if you want to do this. She puts 1 foot into this trap door for some reason.
Yeah.
Leaf, you're puzzled, but you can see the Minotaur waving the halflings off on the barge, and they actually get into the river and hang on to the side of the barge.
The barge full of mortars?
Yes. Robert, you notice that the crowd surrounding you has tomatoes, cauliflower, some of them have grapes. Somebody's going to be tossing your salad here in a minute, but they will not approach you. If anything, they seem to be expanding so that more people can fill in on the circle.
I'm making a move.
You're doing what?
I'm bull rushing my way out of here.
What direction would you like to bull rush your way out of?
I would say back towards the 5 points near the blue.
So through the crowd.
I thought the crowd was along
Crowd's
the river.
everywhere, isn't it?
Crowd's everywhere.
So that's why I thought there'd be more concentration towards the river, not down the creek.
They are heavily concentrated along this area. So you want to You want
Is
to
this a
break
little
through.
alley right there where your hand's at? Is that X building? Is there alleyways there?
No, these are the armor shop. There are no alleys. The access to the
little
courtyards.
little street there that runs between the two sections. So.
Yeah, that is a street.
Is it got less people in it?
Oh, absolutely. They can't see anything from there.
Yeah.
That's where I'm making my rush
but
to.
the crowd has filled all of the main avenues.
Are you saying I'm not going to be able to force my way through?
Oh, you being a tall will be able to force your way through.
That's my plan.
That should not be a problem.
You know, if I could turn into a rhino, I could make you a path.
That's true.
If you could turn into a whale.
Yeah, you could just splatter them.
Yeah, but
now,
I can't turn into either one, so forget it.
Now, Leaf, something's going on with the barge, and everybody around you is kind of side-eyeing you, and they all have fruit in their hands. What are you doing?
I'm considering my options right at the moment.
You can dive into the river, become a fish.
Nah.
Oh,
I can do
Mitchell,
better
unpick
than
that
that.
thing. Let's go.
That's right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm considering my options.
Okay, Copious, third and final roll. The mayor is returned to the horn, and he shouts, "In remembrance of those who fell, a light show." Leaf, you see the Minotaur light a rope. Copious, what do you want to do? This time, if it fails, you'll have to be in between the crowd and the stage.
Copious is fading back towards the crowd, and he's going, "Oh, when in Rome." He's picking up a couple tomatoes.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. Lightning and fire and thunder come off this barge, Leaf. It's like magic goes into the sky and bursts. I mean, this is an impressive sight.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, and everybody around you, ooh, ah, oh. And then everybody hears a whistle. A thunderous yell goes over the crowd on both sides of the river, and here come the tomatoes in just a barrage. Everybody on that side of the river is hurling them towards the stage as the mayor dives for the open trap door, and with a 17 slides into home base safe. But that thing is just blood red as tomatoes rain down on the four talls. Robert, Leaf, that whistle was an indicator, and as you turn around and glance at the crowd, everybody is... And here come the arms.
I'm going to
picking up
change.
the nearest halfling and putting them in front of me.
Human shield.
What do
I'm
you,
going to turn into a baboon.
so
And I rolled an 18 in my strength.
there are two Roberts now in the crowd.
Oh, God, that was good, Frank. Even for you, that was pretty good, man.
Robert, here is the big one. Roll me a d6. 1 to 2 is a male. 3 to 4 is a female. 5 to 6 is you're using a child.
4.
You pick up a female whose charisma was 8.
I might have just improved it.
So she is the Marlowe Hooch of the crowd.
Hooch!
Leaf D12 against me. Let's see if they are in awe or think, screw it. He's pretty tall anyway.
11.
3. They're just going to unload on Robert from every angle.
I'm going to scamper out and go up the side of the building.
Sure. Oh, Kong. Grab a princess. Oh, no,
Yeah.
wait, that's Robert. Copious, you're kind of near the front, but you are not in between, which is a plus. So if I roll a 20, I'm going to get you. 16, 13, 18, 10, 11, 4, 14, and 2. You managed to be shielded enough that you were not covered in it. Your 4 employees have been pelted so hard they are on all fours trying to get away. Strangely enough, they do not look happy. Robert, as you're holding up the lady, she is just getting peppered. If I roll a 1 will get by and hit you. 5, 6, 10, 11, 13, 5, 18, and 15. You are Wonder Womaning it.
I don't see that. I see him with his head up her skirt, holding her down like that.
Well, she's considerably shorter than him. Robert, you also hear a scream of monster. Now you can turn around and see what the hell they're talking about, or you can continue to try and shave off and shield yourself.
How long does this pelting last? I mean, how many tomatoes have they saved up for this routine?
Well, a lot of people have a lot of tomatoes.
Bushel freaking baskets of
That's what I'm wondering.
It's the Tomatillo Festival over in Spain.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. So do you want to shield or look?
I'm going to continue to shield and move myself with my back against the wall.
Okay.
And then grab another halfling.
9. Oh, there's a 1 and a 3. So one of them gets you. You get pasted with a really ripe tomato. Give me a perception check.
$15.
Good news. You saw who threw it.
Oh, I did?
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
fireball time, baby.
Can't cast a spell and hold a shield at the same time, Robert.
Who says I can't?
I'm waiting for him to kill that halfling by accident.
Just set her on your head, man. Then cast your spell.
Well, I was thinking about maybe I'll just cast light on the tip of her nose and it would just blind everybody. How far away is the one that hit me?
Haggis is about 25 feet.
Well played.
And he is laughing. Seeing your anguish, he melts into the crowd.
Oh, man.
Because I wanted to cast catapult on Haggis.
That +5 dex came in real handy.
Didn't know he was a sidearm, did you?
You know, it's that freaking curve, man. He's
Oh,
a
yeah.
southpaw.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wait. The time will come.
The hardest part about that, Frank's finding the seam on the damn tomato.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the freaking do some monkey poop slinging here in a moment at August.
Well, just get below me. I'll send you down some.
Yeah, you don't even
There's
know
always
where
poop
Leaf's at.
slinging in Frank's games.
So after a couple of minutes of people picking up shattered, discarded pieces of tomato, pretty much everybody in the crowd, including yourselves, are covered in red dots, seeds, green leafy stuff. Every once in a while, there's what's the purple one? Eggplant.
No road apples. I would have thought for sure somebody hit the stable and got some road apples.
No road out. Too much foot traffic. Too much foot traffic. So, you've only got those 2 donkeys that you guys have seen. So you guys do not come out unscathed. The crowd is lively. The light show, courtesy of the Minotaur, is okay. But Robert, out of view. Leaf, Copious, you're out of view. Leaf, give me a perception check at advantage since you are on the roof. The roof is on fire.
It was this close to being on fire.
That's That was 19. It's a good thing I had it at advantage.
Day ain't over. Leaf, the barge in the river is sinking.
Whoa!
And it is on fire.
Well, looks like that Minotaur's got a little problem. What's the Minotaur doing?
Treading water.
So everybody's off the barge then?
The barge is on fire and tipping inside. So they don't really have the problem. Copious has the problem because he has made a certain offering to the drunken halflings here, and now they are calling upon you to pay your debt.
Uh-oh.
Where's the vendor I had selected?
I will say 60 feet away. They are in a small alcove, I'll say right over here, to the left of the T.
So two things before I act. Has the mayor's assistant popped her head out of the trapdoor?
Oh, no way.
Okay. So I will cast Invisible Servant. Is that what's called?
Unseen.
Unseen Servant. Thank you. Unseen Servant. And have it carry a bag of gems, presumably gold gems, to the beer stall vendor that came over here, and call out to him, because I can also give a message scribble a message and give it to the unseen servant to take with it, right?
It's going to be covered in tomato guts.
That's all right. I just just a quick note says here for the beer till it runs out, keep serving beer, that kind of thing, and have the unseen servant take it with the bag over to the vendor, and I'm going to call out to him and see if I can get his attention before I send the unseen servant.
19. Yeah, he sees you.
So he sees me. He's the one I made the the with, right? So that's the one I'm looking at. So he knows. So I'm going to hold up the bag so he sees it, give it to the unseen servant, have it go across the crowd.
Huh. Okay. Duration of 1 hour. AC 10 and 1 hit point.
Oh, yeah.
Has a strength of 2. How much gold are you sending over there?
Well, I was sending a bag of gems, but I was going to send 100 GP worth of gems over.
The unseen servant moves off with the bag of gems, is jostled by the crowd, because the crowd is converging upon you. Where's our beer?
Well, I'm going to wave at the guy right there. Go get your beer. He's got him lined up right there.
D12 against me.
Oh, 4.
2. The unseen servant is not mobbed. It makes its way to the beer vendor, who is then the target of a convergence as people just heard free beer. So those that helped the Talls get over there are now intertwining with those who were already there waiting to throw stuff. The 4 Talls, now that the peppering is just a vague smattering, every once in a while somebody will launch a tomato in there. They are cleaning off their eyes, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and they are scanning the crowd. There are 4 of them. See if they see you. 8, 13, 8, 11. So far, they cannot distinguish you covered in tomatoes versus Bob covered in tomatoes. But you can tell from their general demeanor and body language, they are not happy.
I want to make my way to the stage and knock on the side of the stage, trying to get the attention of the mayor's aide.
Okay. Robert, You have successfully shielded yourself. They are still squirming, kicking, screaming, let me go, you're a rapist. I'm pressing charges.
I'm
Guard.
slipping 5 gold in each of their hands.
Give me 2 persuasion rolls. 5 and 15 on my end.
I have, first one is a 15, and second one is a 15.
You tie. The second one wants a little bit more.
You can have 0, and I stand up and loom over.
Guard! And you know what? Out of the blue, a tomato comes flying right at your head, but goes high and smacks across the wall.
Do I see where it came from?
Yep.
Who did it come from?
You're going to have to kill him.
Haggis. Got to be Haggis.
It's
Is it Haggis?
Yep. And he melts into the crowd. You can hear him cackling with joy.
I love that. That's good.
See, lady? They didn't like the fact that you were trying to argue for more.
I want 6.
I tell you what. Let's go back here in this courtyard where I got my gold stash, and I'll find you 6.
I said 6, not sex.
I didn't say sacks. You're not my type.
Guard!
You can call a guard all you want. I didn't hit you with tomatoes. Your fellow people did. I just felt bad for you and thought I would help pay you for that
Yeah,
tragedy.
4 guards appear, spotless.
Of course they are.
What do you want? She begins a litany of angry accusations against you. They notice that she is head to toe covered in tomato guts, and they notice that you only have a nice red splotch from your colleague that hit you.
And a little on my head from where
Yep.
that one splattered.
Be a good tall. Give her the 6. We can forget about all this.
I gave her 5. I also had to give her 5. I felt bad for him.
Did they protect you accordingly?
Not really. Look,
Give her the 6, big guy.
that's why I only went with 5. Because I got hit. They didn't do what they said they would.
Come on, tall.
Involuntarily.
Give her a 6. Be a bigger man.
No.
Do you want to press charges? You bet your sweet ass I want to press charges.
All right, well, I'm putting her gold back in my pocket.
Man, I really didn't think they would.
Guard, can I talk with you for a brief moment?
The guards or her?
The guards.
Yeah.
Where do we have to go to press these charges? We might as well leave her here, and we'll go deal with this in the office.
No, both of you have to go down to the government building, and that place is
All right.
caked in tomatoes.
Well,
Can you
talk.
just give her another gold so that everybody's happy?
Well, I'm going to whisper in his ear. I could give her 6 gold, or I could just give you 5 gold to walk away.
Deal accepted.
Implying that the
Remove.
Halfling police are corrupt?
Hey, they were
They're
just in a
halflings.
tomato fight, and they're clean. They were probably burglarizing something, for God's sake. This is a metropolis. Those guys are dirty bastards. They take your 5 gold and tell the lady to be at the Hall of Justice first thing in the morning, press charges. She is not happy.
How about the other one? Is she happy?
Yeah, the other one's fine.
Come on, honey. I'll buy you a beer.
I like you, tall, dark, and
Felix?
dark.
I'm gonna walk her towards. I'm gonna go look for bull bitters here.
As she scrapes the bits of tomato and pulp away from her, you notice, despite the disarray, that this is the loveliest sight you've seen in Thornfield with a 19 charisma.
Wow.
An angel. Just an angel. And she likes you. She knows that it was all in good fun. She likes being held up as the queen of the parade. And she is rather smitten with you.
And she likes gold.
And she likes the gold and the alcohol you're going to buy her. So, triple threat. You get her some ice cream, and we can turn this into the adults-only after-hours show.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're going to do a triple threat, you're going to have to find Felix, because
he's got the drugs.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, she wants to go into the Halfling bar.
The one on the corner?
Yeah.
The one you threw the wasp
The one without the
nest
front door.
I'm going to look at it and say, I hear they have a little bit of an infestation with hornets.
My dad runs this place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Watching people running out of there earlier today, screaming about hornets and wasps or something. They're getting stung and attacked while they're in there. That's why I'd rather go across the bridge here. I got a guy. He's got a great brew.
I got a guy.
Bull Bitters? Yeah. Bull Bitters brew?
No, I'm not much of a drinker.
Oh.
Stay out of my room!
Persuade me, Robert of Zeppelin.
Persuasion is happening.
This is like the internet. You're a stranger and she's going to talk to you anyway.
15.
She's going.
All right, let's go over here.
You have Janella.
Is she coming through the crowd okay?
Oh yeah. The crowd is very jovial. Every once in a while a tomato will fly through the air. Clearly any refuse or debris is being picked up. These guys are all having a good time. Plus something sank in the river, which is hilarious. These guys are having a good time. Every once in a while you'll spot somebody who swears to God they saw a giant ape on the side of the building.
I saw that.
But yeah, these people are by and large drunk and in joyous spirits. So clearly, there's no giant freaking ape. I mean, you look up. What are you doing, Leaf?
Sitting on the edge of the building watching.
Holy shit, Robert, there's a giant fucking ape on the side of the building.
Look up there. You see that?
Janella looks. Is she scared?
I pick her up, put her on my shoulder.
Oh, very nice. She enjoys the encouraging embrace a lot, actually. Strokes the tufts of hair that you half-orcs are known to have.
In her ears.
I only got a top knot.
Well, she's stroking your knot.
Oh, God.
Seems as though you have found a friend du jour.
Now that the crowd's thinned out, I'm going to climb down and convert.
Okay. All three of you roll a d20. If any of you get a 1, you get hit with a stray tomato.
Jeez.
I'm rolling a 1.
Ape
12.
probably are going to be treated better as the ape.
Ooh, I rolled a 19.
You not, I rolled a 1.
That tomato came from me this time.
Nicely done. The Minotaur has swum back to the shoreline. The mayor and his assistant peek out of their hidey hole, and he walks over to the horn. Thank you, everybody. Everybody be good. Enjoy the festivities. Some of his entourage show up. They are covered in tomatoes. He and his lovely assistant, not a speck of red on him. Unless...
You better roll for him.
Yeah, he's the root beer, she's the blue.
Where's Nicholas?
Oh, I'm sure he's around you. 7 and 10. So, no dice. The mayor and his entourage go over to the edge. They see the burning husk of the fireworks barge. And Copious, you can tell that the Minotaur, who is a sailor by trade, is not happy at all. And he is just snotting in anger. He is very upset. As he emerges, he knocks a halfling out of the way who's trying to help him up. storms over to the mayor and hulking over this halfling is demanding double compensation for the inability for the mayor's hand-picked crew to handle simple instructions.
I'll listen to him, but I'm still trying to get the aide is who owes me the waiver for the taxes. I'm trying to get her attention.
5. She is more concerned with protecting her boss against this hulking, angry Minotaur.
Copius is going to step up and try to act as a diplomat between the hulking, angry Minotaur and the mayor.
Oh, thank God you're not playing into what he wanted.
If only Manfang were here to roll for diplomacy.
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead, Copius. Roll me a diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity, huh? What is that? A persuasion?
No, that's a diplomacy.
I don't have diplomacy on my sheet. Let me see if it's on this other sheet.
Actually, I don't think I do either.
I'm trying to remember.
No. Oh, it's the same thing. It's deception. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's called Congress.
Yeah, no shit.
19.
19?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You aren't getting him calmed down, but you are deflecting his anger from the mayor to you. You notice that the female and the entourage are whisking him away like they are Secret Service agents, leaving you to deal with this Minotaur problem. And then you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Is it 4 guys?
It is not yet.
Oh. Who is it this time?
Ma and Pa Abernathy. They are covered head to toe in tomato guts.
And
I thought that was you.
That's the couple we helped, right?
Correct.
Okay. Mom and Pa Abernathy. What a pleasant surprise.
Well, you look to have come out better than we did. We were up close. Gertrude is around here somewhere.
Would you mind introducing me to your lovely daughter?
Well, if we can find her, we will. The Minotaur then shoves you out of the way and starts to go after the Secret Service group, whisking the mayor out of the way. As the Minotaur moves past you and Ma and Pa Abernathy, you see 4 tomato-covered humans. They have spotted you, and they are headed your way. They look angry.
So, no problem. Copius is going to put on a big smile and call out, "My friends, what a wonderful job you did. The crowd loved you. You're heroes. You can drink in any tavern here for the rest of the festival, I'm sure. And then here is your money that you were owed." He's going to count it out and give it to him.
Robert, you and your lovely companion are now on the other side of the bridge. There is debris everywhere. Behind you, maybe 40 feet, is Leaf, now in leaf form as opposed to baboon form.
Yep.
Missed your chance to throw feces onto the crowd, Leaf.
And Frank really likes
I
monkey
thought
throwing
about it.
feces.
I thought about it. But
Yep.
me throwing it on him means I got to handle it too. So
True. Leaf and Robert, D20.
5.
14.
Leaf, you find a cobbler. He is trying to sell really cool boots that elevate you taller than the normal halfling because they have heels on them. And he is harking them as the ability to get past all of this debris without staining the lovely thing. Robert, you have found Jinsu again. Jinsu is miraculously unscathed by any tomato.
Jinsu, my friend.
Are you ready to buy those other 4?
Maybe if you drop 1 gold piece off each blade, I might be able to afford it.
I cannot do that, my friend. A tomato comes out of nowhere right for you, Robert, and Jinsu puts her chef knife in between you and the tomato, cutting it in half and sending both halves past your head.
I love it.
Stroked top knot. You are my hero, Robert. And Jinsu says, see, if you would have had more, you would be as clean as I.
All right. Well, so give me 3 more because the last one's free, and that's a total of 5, correct?
Well, they all have to be purchased at the same time.
Well, you can do that deal, or we can just skip it all.
D20 against me.
One big roll. 13.
Well, I'm afraid we don't have a deal, my friend. But best of luck with you with your solo Jinsu knife.
Well, just come back around when you're ready to strike that deal.
I appreciate that. You try and stay clean. Another tomato comes whisking out. Missing all 3 of you.
Do I see where it came from?
Nope, somewhere in the crowd. But you do spot Copious.
Is he looking at me?
Same damn area where that tomato came from. It's probably him throwing it at you.
Is he
Be
looking
my
at me?
guess.
Is he what?
Is he looking towards me, or is he distracted?
He is distracted.
I'm going to whip a tomato at him if I can find one.
Sure. You can find the remains of a tomato. You know what? D12 against me. Let's see if you find a whole one. 1.
11.
Yeah, you find a big ripe one that's been overlooked.
Oh, man.
I'm going to sidearm it right over there.
Sure.
What do I
Throw it
need
at -1 using dexterity as your modifier because you don't want to jostle your new girlfriend.
15.
What's your AC, Copious?
Without mage armor.
Without mage armor? What are you kidding? 15, I think.
It hits. Right in the back of the head. You're like Lincoln or Kennedy.
Yep.
That's pretty cold.
Yeah. It's been over 100 years and over 50 years. So.
Yeah, get over it. Get over it.
That's
Yep.
right. Copious, you have been struck in the back of the head by a tomato.
I'm gonna look the other way.
Am I talking? I'm not even going to look with this crowd. I'm still talking with Mr. and Mrs. Abernathy.
They are present. They got shoved out of the way by the 4 humans.
Okay. I'm going to cast prestidigitation on my head,
Okay.
which means 1 cubic foot.
Sure.
So if it
Well,
hit me,
that's a small part of your head.
yeah. No, well, the part of my head you can see.
That's
The rest
true.
of my head is,
That doesn't even cover 1/10 of your ego.
no, the ego is entirely separate. So I'll cast prestidigitation on my head and clean my bouffant back off.
Nice.
So
Got to keep the shelf clean.
that's right.
You do not touch a halfling's or a gnome's hair.
That's right. Don't touch my hair or my beard. The 4 guys, how did they respond to my jovial congratulations kind of thing? Is it, and of course, I've been hit by tomatoes as well. So if they're arguing with me, I'm going, at the festival, everyone gets hit by tomatoes at some level. I mean, it just happens. See, I just got hit in the back of the head.
What was your offer to him? How much?
25 gold apiece.
Reluctantly, they accept the money, noting that A, they are still mostly drunk, and B, 25 gold pieces is going to get them drunker. So, while not happy, they accept it. Ma and Pa, Abernathy step up as the 4 leave, and you hear a problem erupting at the liquor guy?
Armand Paul, I'm going to offer to clean their, just like I cast on myself, I'll offer to clean their heads off if they're...
They tell you not to go to any trouble. You've helped them out so much already.
And I'm assuming I hear or see the trouble with the alcohol vendor. Copious is going to do a fast fade, heading in the direction of the Minotaur and the mayor's entourage.
Down the alley you go. The Minotaur has cornered the mayor and his entourage. And he has picked up a stray piece of lumber from a renovation project nearby and seems to be, shall we say, threatening said mayor. Now, Robert, you and Leaf spotted Copious. Did you want to go towards him or call it a freaking night and go to your hotel?
I'll head towards Copious.
Robert,
No,
your girlfriend was wondering, I thought we were going to go drinking.
That's what I was about to say. I got a nice little spot we can go to.
Okay. Leaf, you're on your own.
Good enough.
You can catch up to Copious in about 2 rounds. Copious, the Minotaur's mad, and he is demanding compensation. Reparations! Reparations! He's George Costanza.
Copious is coming up from behind in the alley in the dark, right?
Yes, because it is now dark.
So 2 things. He's casting shadow armor on himself. He's casting summoning a pact weapon, and I just don't know off the top. But I want something on. If I summon my short sword pact weapon, can I use it in a non-lethal manner, flat of the blade to attack?
You can use flat of the blade.
Okay, so if there's another option that's a non-lethal dex weapon, I would summon that. I'm off the top of my head. I don't know which ones they count as.
You can kneecap him.
Well, that's what I was. Anyways, the intent is if I attack him, I want it to be non-lethal.
Sure.
So
Minotaurs are normally very happy with non-lethal damage.
Well, I'm trying to make a good impression on the mayor.
Oh, you're going to make an impression, all right.
So I'm going to walk down the alley, and I'm approaching. I'm going to call out to the Minotaur again, so no backstab here, and say and ask it and try to another diplomacy persuasion check and say, what would settle this issue?
Roll me a percentage die.
So this will be, watch, I'll get 100. 25.
100 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces. I'm going to look at the mayor and say, Mayor, the Minotaur has lost his entire ship here. 100 gold pieces seems like a small price to pay for reparations.
The ship was ours.
This issue, but he was on it when it burnt down. He said he risked his life to put on that wonderful display. You don't want to ruin the celebration by having an unfortunate incident occur here, would you?
Being a tight ass.
He is threatening to kneecap me. My loyal minions will stand between he and I.
I'm going to look at the loyal minions, and what do they look like?
They are not really sold on that idea.
I'll bet.
They would really not like to have a hoof shoved up their ass.
So, since I didn't find the alcohol vendor earlier, do I still have the roofie?
Yeah.
I'm going to try sleight of hand and drop it in a cup of alcohol and offer it to the. Listen, I think I'm going to tell them this. I think everything you're saying makes sense. I think it's reasonable. So why don't we have a drink? We'll settle this up, and we'll for all of your trouble.
Fine, we'll have a drink.
Okay, I'm going to give it to him. Let's see.
You drink first. I don't want to get poisoned.
No problem. I'm gonna take a drink and then give him a drink and drop the roofie in when I go to give it to him.
Sleight of hand.
Come on, where's the dexterous fingers? Not today. They're not dexterous. 9.
Perception 1. does not even notice. He takes it. He takes a big old swig, does his constitution roll. A 4. He starts to become more agreeable. Congratulations, you're roofing a Minotaur.
Well, it's a good thing.
You better hope Felix don't show up.
that's-
That Minotaur will hunt you down, boy.
Leaf, you come around the corner. Copious is trying to apply his bullshit wares on this Minotaur. Clearly, he's trying to sell that Bull Bitters Black Label bullshit.
Do I see that flask that he used on Robert?
Sure do.
Because I saw him roofing Robert earlier.
Yep.
I didn't roofie Robert.
Yeah, you did.
No, the girl
Well,
The
the
girl-
girl did,
girl
but you
did.
got the flask that she used on him.
I have my own flask.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that because you might roofie the wrong person with that residual concoction.
Is Robert's here?
No, Robert's going to get busy,
Oh,
I believe.
that's right. I'm just going to ask Copious, have you seen any of the rest of the party?
I have not. I've been busy.
Do you need any assistance?
Hold that thought. For the minute, I'm going to ask the Minotaur where is he staying for the night? Where's his tavern or wherever he's bunked down at?
He is in this one.
Okay.
So about a block away from you guys.
So I would tell Leaf. I said, we need to help this guy get back to his place.
All right.
So but before we do that, is the mayor still here?
Nope. Your distraction was enough to get him out of there.
Do I see him?
Nope. They went around the corner.
I'm going to see if I can run up to the corner just to see if I can spot him again.
Leaf, you and the Minotaur are alone. Little alone time.
I'll tell him, I'll say, why don't we get going? I'll help you get back to your inn
You
safely.
can almost hear the Barry White music in the background.
Let's get it on. Marvin Gaye.
Oh, yeah. We can do Marvin Gaye. Okay, he's a little wobbly. He's pretty strong, and you aren't the strongest person because you're what, half elf?
Half elf.
Yeah, he's gonna
I'm a skinny half elf, 6'2", 180 pounds.
Yeah, he's going to be a handful. You got 3 blocks to get to because you guys are at the back of the T. 1 block, 2 block, 4 blocks. You got 4
All right.
blocks. Give me 4 strength checks.
Strength 12. Ooh. Oh, I made that one. Didn't make that one. I missed 2 and made 2.
D12 against me. First miss and second miss.
Okay. 9,
And second one,
10,
reroll the 10.
10.
6. A few stray tomatoes come out of the air, but manage to miss both of you. You
Damn you,
struggle.
Haggis.
You
I
struggle
know
to
it's
lift him.
that son of a bitch. I know that's who it is.
I think you should find him and kill him. That's what I think.
I think we ought to dye him red.
Oh yeah, give him a tomato bath.
No, he's
That'll
small. We dye him blue like a Smurf.
Oh yeah.
Copious with Leaf the Druid taking command of the Minotaur, albeit poorly. D12 against me.
11.
Reroll 11.
8.
9. You cannot find them. They have clearly gotten into a safe house.
We're totally going to get screwed out of that deal. You wait.
You can always see them in the morning.
Yep. I'm
I
going to
think-
head back around to the front where the Abernathys were, just on the off chance they found their daughter.
They are gone.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So now I'm standing in the pile of a milling crowd, and I'm not staying here. I'm disappearing.
Just like the ale dealer who has announced he is empty.
Yep, I am gone.
You better do it quick too if he's out of ale.
That's why I'm gone. I will move silently and quickly.
For my notes, Robert, where are you going?
Oh, to the same inn everybody else was.
Now, keep in mind, you being a cheap ass, you decided to stay in the stables.
I know. I got to see.
But
if I
you
can
know,
get a room.
there's a room up there with a special pillow and its own little ivory chamber pot.
Where do you think Copious is going? His day is done. He's going back to his room.
Just saying.
And he will shoot first and ask questions later if he sees somebody in his room, including if it's Felix.
Oh, Felix ain't in your room. Let me check my notes here. What floor are you going to look, Robert?
Oh, I was going to see if they had room.
He's going.
Okay, you're gonna buy. You classy guy. D12 against me.
They don't sell it by the hour, Robert.
Who says I need it for the hour?
5-minute increments. They don't
5
sell
minutes.
it either.
Half penny.
Hey.
He wants a room for a half penny.
11. They were sold out, man. It's time
Look
for
at
a
her.
little
You got any
stable
other plans?
love.
We need a room. You got one? A place we can go other than your father's?
Oh, well, that was my guess. You know what? Give me a D20 roll. I have an idea.
Oh, God.
You should be very, very afraid.
18.
Yeah, I do. And it's unoccupied at this time.
Okay.
It's not too far away from here.
Oh, okay.
It's a riverside inn.
Well, let's get a drink before we go.
There's a tavern right next door to it.
Well, we can have a drink here and then walk to the tavern.
How are we going to get a drink here?
Isn't this a bar?
No, it's the hotel.
They don't have a bar in the hotels?
You aren't in Chicago.
Jesus. What kind of low-grade place is this? All right, let's go to the bar.
Sorry, it's the low-grade place that adventurers hang out in.
We're going to the bar.
Okay, this is the bar that serves everybody, blah, 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 blah. D12 against me, Robert. 6.
Come on, hot dice. 9.
Good news. You guys go in. A young lady recognizes Janella and says, "Were you due to get married today?"
Oh, my God.
And with that, we're going to call it a night.
Jesus Christ.
To let Robert chew on that one until he figures out he's going to the honeymoon suite.
Oh, my God.
You make this shit up as you go?
Yes, I do.
That's okay, because in my mind, before this is all over, it's going to be the best thing ever. I'm going to ask her to marry me before we leave this town.
You know what? That plan cannot go wrong.
No, I don't care. I don't care. This is how you write a fucked up story. I'm going to marry this woman before we go.
I need you to do one thing for me between now and next week. I need a picture of a toddler that's half elf, half orc, halfling. Christ, I couldn't even say it.
I just want to point out there, Robert, Copious as an admiral, he can officiate.
Oh, there we go. This shit's going to happen.
You know, and now that he's made friends with the Minotaur, once they dredge the boat up, he can perform it on the boat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
On the water.
And being a druid, I can bring in the doves.
Yeah.
Hey, one
and
thing
being the fact that her family, she's raised up in a bar, we could send her back to the roadhouse to help run it.
I just want one thing for you to keep in mind. She had a 19 charisma while you were totally stoned.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when you're stone cold sober?
Hey, Jason, why don't you shut up for a while?
Won't matter because the marriage is going to happen while I'm drunk.
Anyone else picture that stupid movie where they have the bachelor party?
Vegas.
You don't even have to do that. Just
The Hangover. The Hangover.
Hangover Part 1.
Yeah.
I think you're the dentist.
This is my baby.
In this
stripper.
case, with him being green, it's more Shrekish.
You don't have hair on your butt if you don't shave off that top knot.
No,
Holy
my
shit.
luck, it'll be like the movie The Bachelor with Tom Hanks.
Nice.
Except she stands to pee! She stands to pee!
That was so good. I'm in love.
See? I write my own fucked up stories.
But you're having fun, right?
I wonder
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
that the proposal happens in the night, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right
it's
after.
happening tonight. Yeah.
Right after. It'll be the best thing ever.
But can they find someone to perform the ceremony tonight?
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure
we'll
they
be back
can.
up with you because I'm going to run back to you guys and tell you, I'm getting married. And I'm going to point her out. And you guys are just
You know
going to
what?
vomit.
We don't even have to role play that. We're just going to make sure that happened between this week and the next time we play, right, Frank?
Sure, we can do that. And you guys can tell that Janelle is Jim.
Hey, it is Pride Month.
Yeah. You know what? I rolled a 19. That's going to be her Christmas. So,
At least while you're drunk.
yeah. Now, if she sobers up, maybe she comes to her senses. Maybe her cousins, the Abernathys, will show up for the festivities.
Gets deeper and deeper.
Uncle Mayor.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, they had a sweet spot. I mean, that was some quality location. So they've got some strings attached there. Jesus, yeah, half the
Yeah.
shit I make up on the spot. So,
You do a
Wow.
fine job.
folks, this has been the Margou campaign. We hope you enjoyed it as much as Robert did, until at least he sobers up. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at mhoboinc or Gmail, mhoboinc@gmail. If you want to buy our cool crap, link is down there. If you need dice, Twitter at Pirate Dog Dice, and of course, nothing smells as sweet as this game, but Adventure Sense tries their best. So check them out at oddfishgames.com, along with Cooking with Dice, How to RPG with Your Cat, the Shine System, and their upcoming Kickstarter. Folks, for all of us here at Murder Hobo Inc., join us Tuesday for Between the Rolls. Big kiss and wave, boys. Mwah. See ya, folks.